You are about to die at the hands of the children of...
Shut up. And I like to, man, for zombies, man, they're just complete. Like most zombies, they're just gonna shamble and eat you. He did some Three Stooges shit. He just came out. The only thing he didn't do was like, doink, doink, oh, bam. Hey everyone, I'm sure you heard by now, Double Toasted is heading out on tour, bringing you a night of comedy, games, and some interaction with the audience out there. And our New York show is coming up very soon, this Friday, September 10th. So you got to get your tickets now. Get tickets by going over to doubletoasted.com or going over to X1 Entertainment and get tickets for that New York show or any of our upcoming live shows. Hey, we'll see you soon. Hey everyone, support our Patreon, which helps us to continue bringing you our live streams, videos, and podcasts while bringing you new content such as exclusive live streams and animated shorts. Y'all know I love Marvel and I love zombies. Boy, this is a dream come true watching this two great taste that taste great together. Or does it, Martin?
Does it?
I don't know. But listen, I've been enjoying this show anyway. What if? It truly is. I keep saying this, and I'm going to keep saying it because they keep proving it. It is the Twilight Zone of the Marvel universe.
Although I guess you did a video on how you thought the last one, Doctor Strange, was the best, and I thought that was by far the weakest.
Yeah, peace. I love peace. I'd be out of a job with peace. Do we know each other?
What if Killmonger like white people?
Wow.
Well, I can't wait for that episode.
I know, right?
I wonder if at the end of this, there's a universe where he actually does kill all the white people, thanks to Tony Stark.
Right. He just gets a bunch of those weapons and takes over Wakanda and does whatever he wants.
So where you keep your weapons at? I'm just asking, man. Yeah, man. I'm enjoying this show right here. So if you don't know, What If, it's based on a old series of comics that goes back to the 1970s, but now they brought it back and made it canon in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, even though it's animated. But this is just playing on this new notion of the multiverse, where not only have we talked about these infinite universes and multiverses, but now we're getting a glimpse of some of those universes and how they play out. And a lot of them, you know, they're not as fun and colorful and playful as the universe we've been playing in right now.
Hell no.
Yeah.
They gave you a couple of fun ones.
Yeah.
And then they went, all right, enough of that shit. Oh, you want What If, huh?
Yeah.
Or what if this happened? You still want more? Well, maybe not. No. What about this? End of the world, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can stop now. No, I ain't stopping.
Hey, you having a good time? Yeah. Punch. You do that. Yeah, you like it? You know, this is man, this is turning into the series for people who don't like happiness. You know, if you're a Grinch and you take joy in other people's pain and depression, then I highly recommend these last couple episodes for you. And you know, this is now this episode that we have here. The good news is that this episode that we have right now that we're going to be talking about, this episode, good news is that it's not as dark and depressing as the last episode that we saw, which we'll talk about in a little bit. The bad news is it's still pretty dark and depressing. It's actually funny. It's got a lot of humor in it, but still not the jolliest of stories that they've told out there. You know, this is coming after last week's episode, which is why I'm talking about how dark this is. Last week's was probably the darkest episode that they had. That's the one where Doctor Strange pretty much lost his goddamn mind.
Time. It's changeable. Who are you in this vast multiverse?
You know, that was the one where Marvel said, you know what, we got too many universes. We can get rid of some of this shit. They cleaned house with that last episode. Might come back to connect to a bigger story later, but that was the one that a lot of people, now unless you're Martin just told me that he didn't like that episode too much. A lot of people were saying that that's the best one of their favorite ones, and that was me, man. That was you're shaking your head. Did you see this one last
I've
week?
been keeping track of all this shit, all the theories and everything, and I adore the last one. Oh man, it was great. I was like, this sucker.
And I remember waiting at the end of the episode because you know, he's right. At the end, people just were liquefied. They had just slime coming off of them. The whole universe was melting. And I was like waiting for like, well, shit, here comes the good guy, Doctor Strange, to like fix everything. And it's like credits, and I was like, oh shit, okay.
Goddamn Watcher.
The Watcher even told him, but the Watcher says, I just sit back and watch, unless you this mother. Hey, what you doing?
I can't do shit, but you.
Well, it was funny how he's like, I know you see me watching you. You could do something. It's like, yeah, I could, but I don't break the rules like your ass. But if I could, ooh, I'd beat the shit out of you right now.
Yeah. Listen, I'm biased, all right, because I told you, Marvel and zombies, you put that shit together. Man, I look, you can't go no.
Here, take my house, take my car keys, take my wife.
Yeah, I'm like not mentally wired to say I don't like this. All right, it would take a lot to do that, and for me, now listen, I'm gonna be fair, man. I'm gonna be fair with this. If they didn't do a good job with this, I would admit it, but. I love this episode, man, because as a fan of zombie movies, and zombie movies have become a genre within themselves. Sure. Now you got tropes that you're going to hit now if you were sticking to the genre format, and this episode it does that, man. It hits every
one of them,
every zombie trope that's out there with the fresh spin of that. What if zombies had superpowers? Mm-hmm. What if they had not like being big and spitting fire or something like, no, what if they had capes and lasers?
Sure.
And they ate people. Mm-hmm. And that's what this does. And it's made more fun that those superheroes are the superheroes that we know and love in the Marvel universe. Play, goddammit.
Oh God.
You are about to die at the hands of the children of...
Shut up.
And I like to, man, for zombies, man, they're just complete assholes. Like most zombies, they're just gonna shamble and eat you. He did some Three Stooges shit. He just came out. The only thing he didn't do was like, doink, doink, oh, bam!
Tony? Oh boy, are you guys screwed.
Shit, he's like, is that you, Bruce?
If you think that's overkill.
Who says I don't eat my greens?
Oh, yeah, I make the dad jokes.
Been waiting all day for that one.
Kids, huh? I'll go to my room now. But, man, it was how they were playing on these tropes, but because it was Marvel characters, man, and they knew that they knew that Marvel characters and superheroes and zombies together is kind of crazy. They just went ahead and played with that, man, and I was surprised at how they were able to stick to that, actually make it a bona fide zombie movie, or in this case a short film, but still the jokes worked for me, man. Also helps that they are playing on, because these, what if now you don't get no more inside than that. This is meant for the fans.
Sure,
right
sure.
here.
Because with so many of these I guess all of them are based on the movies so much that they pretty much lift scenes directly from the movie.
Yeah, this is not for the casual right here, and they know that. So it really helps that they are playing on some of the stuff that we've already seen in movies, but then it takes a sudden turn. I really like that, man. And I also like that this is as close as the Disney Channel will get to rated R. And believe me, they are trying. They are trying.
Yeah.
It's almost like they trying to get rated R, and that mouse are like, I see you. Pull back.
I think it's a great episode. I love the way it works out and all the stuff you're saying. There was only two things I didn't like about it so much.
What's that?
Well, one is that, and it's something that people have complained about with Marvel, is that the characters joke so much that they cut the tension. Like later in the scene, like when it's getting toward the end, it's very intense and people are dying.
Yeah.
And they're still cracking jokes to where it's like, y'all are making it seem like it's not that serious. And I don't know, maybe it was Disney saying like, this is too much. Get something in here to alleviate some of this.
Yeah. it's Disney.
Yeah,
Disney is like Disney like ain't gonna, we're not gonna look have fun, go in and do your thing, but don't go crazy.
Right.
And
if you go crazy, have fun.
Yeah, so we had to, because this is a very violent episode. For Disney Plus, it's a very violent episode, and so I expected them to throw the humor in there like that. Now the other thing is when I look at this, I don't look at this as like a George Romero zombie movie. I look at this as like a Shaun of the Dead.
A Shaun of the Dead.
And I look at this as an Edgar Wright movie. So I saw this not as a zombie movie, but a zombie comedy.
Okay.
In that vein.
Okay.
So when they kept doing that, I'm like, that's fine, man. I was just impressed at what they were able to get away with in this, man.
I was too.
Yeah, like that, man. This shit, okay.
Because you're thinking there's going to be a bunch of last minute saves. After you get a couple of those, you're like, oh, okay, well, everybody's pretty much safe. Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, as I said, this is as close as the Disney Channel or Disney Plus or Disney in this fashion, that this is as close as they are going to be getting to rated R with this. As long as your blood ain't red, you can get your ass sliced up as many times as you like, man. You can get blown up. Mm-hmm. You can get crushed. You can get split apart, ripped apart, maimed. They do. Man, I was surprised at what they were able to get away with. I know they're zombies, but they're still human bodies.
Yeah,
right.
And I was, and the kills are actually good, man. It's like they have some real creative moments that this is also what I love about it. It's like, all right, if you're gonna have the Marvel, not just the heroes, but just the Marvel universe in general, turn into a zombie apocalypse, man, go in there and use all those powers.
Sure.
And be creative with the way you kill these zombies in here.
Somehow, I'm still driving.
What is the problem? I thought you were an Uber driver.
No.
This is the one. A little bit of a spoiler. It's for people who have watched this mainly. So if you haven't seen this, then you might want to pull back. But I just have to show this. This is my favorite kill. I'm sorry the black man got the worst kill, but it is the best kill in here.
I don't know if it was the worst.
Yeah, this one I had in my mind.
Oh, okay.
You lost Kathy.
No.
Oh, I guess they didn't show it right here. But this is going to show you how, they didn't mind. They didn't mind how bloody this got or how violent this got, as long as you were doing it with zombies, because they just went in and just mass murdered zombies in here.
No, not happy.
It's Hawkeye.
I also didn't like that it was black on black crime too. But,
Would you prefer Hawkeye do it? Let's be honest.
No, I wouldn't. Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah.
No, you know what? That was my favorite one right there, where they just and showed it too. They just split Falcon in half.
Yeah, but he's not the only one who gets split in half.
Or worse. Think the same one I'm thinking of?
Maybe.
Perhaps.
Oh, this is the one that I was looking at, where they just went in and just mowed down a horde of zombies. I was like, wow. So y'all are really going for it, man. And that doesn't mean that the humans or the living people get off easy too, because that's another thing with playing with the zombie tropes, man. I appreciated that you did not know who's gonna get it next.
No, you did not.
No, just like, look, any good zombie flick, if you get one thing right, is you got a group of people and you can never count on who's gonna make it near the end. So, I thought the dark humor, it was very dark humor, man, through this. And I guess since we're doing spoilers, even at the moments where it seems like it's goofy, let me see, because that part got me where Scott Lang.
Oh yeah.
I was like, holy shit.
Why'd you even bother?
Right. I was thinking the same thing. Like, why'd you keep him alive? Unless, because people, again, this is kind of spoilery. I thought that 30 minutes is what they have for this episode. A little bit less if you take in the credits. And I thought that they did a lot with that time that they had, including putting twists in there.
They did.
Finding out that the Vision was the one that was he was kind of the villain in this. He was feeding people.
Yeah.
To the zombie Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, to keep Wanda alive, but also holding back all the other zombies. But we talk about that 30 minutes. Like I like these being 30 minutes because they get to the point and they get it done.
Yeah.
But with the Vision, not just his reveal so much, but his turnaround, I was like, this needed more time because it was just a quick like, oh, well, now that you put it that way.
Yeah. Bye. Yeah. And again, I guess it's a matter of going in and what expectations you have, because I knew that they only have a certain amount of time. And I agree. You feel how they just skipping over like plot details.
Whatever he's done, he's been doing this for months. And now suddenly that reversal was just like, oh, yes, of course. What was I thinking?
Oh, yeah. No, the time does show. I mean, I only have a little time to work with this, and I get it. So I can't blame anyone for going there and saying, you're skipping over little details right here, or you're skipping over plot or character development.
Yeah, but a little bit more than a little detail, but.
Oh, shit.
Discovered the infected's aversion to the Mind Stone.
Messed up my entrance. I need to get this thing motorized. Hey! Scott!
Everybody's like, what the fuck?
Although maybe that was a nod at Walt Disney himself.
Oh, Jesus. Well, I thought Futurama, of course, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, that's funny. All right.
I thought that was very a good bit of dark humor that they did in there, because that took me off guard too. And I already saw his head in one of the trailers, so
really?
I wasn't even expecting that. And he turned around. I was by myself. I was like, what the Ant-Man a job. Hank Pym gotta die. He's already up 2 universes, man.
That's the thing. I was like, man, they always bagging on Hank Pym. They always make him look bad. But it was Hope who was the one saying like, no, this is my fault.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yes, yeah. And in that moment, I thought, oh, not Hank Pym again. Damn, they'll give this guy a break.
In a way. If you haven't, if you saw the episode, at the beginning that Hank Pym is the one that came in and went looking for his wife and found his wife. She got infected by some quantum virus or something, and she was a zombie. And he just saw her as was a zombie and just brought her right back.
I think she bit him.
Did she?
Yeah. She turned him.
But he had to do something to get back, right?
Well, they can use their powers.
Yeah,
still.
yeah.
Wong's using his portals and shit. So.
Yeah.
No, that is true.
Yeah, he walked up on her and she infected him, and then the two of them came back.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's true.
See, don't put it all on Hank.
No, Steve, man. He destroyed one universe.
You still mad at him from that other episode?
I just think that this still is a series where it's got flaws, man.
It's still, what, flaws aside, it's way better than I thought it was going to be.
And
it's quality, it's tight.
And they did a lot of stuff that I've read some of the Marvel zombie comics. This is based on the big popular series that they have out there. It started as kind of a jokey one-off.
Yeah, it's kind of a joke that just took off.
Yeah. Well, surprisingly, it was done by Robert Kirkman. It was started by him.
Yeah.
And of course, he's the one that brought us The Walking Dead, the comic, and then the series right here. It started off kind of a joke, man, and it just got very popular. And and I think that's another reason why I can look at this and think that, all right, this is why I can take the kind of the humor that they have going on, because this whole thing was a joke to begin with anyway. And they did a lot, because I've read some of those comics, man, and even though I love zombies and I love Marvel, I read it and it's like, all right, this is cool, but there's not too much to it. This is a really one-note joke.
Yeah, I read the first series of it. I really liked them, but I was like, oh, y'all just gonna keep doing these?
Yeah, they're not doing a whole lot, and I think that they have the potential to do more if they want to keep this up. If they come back and revisit some universes, which they did kind of promise that they would do that here. At the end where they showed Thanos, man.
Sure.
That.
It's funny how many zombie movies go, no hope, no hope, no hope. Oh, there's hope. Oh, wait, no, never mind. Everybody's going to die. And I was like, yep, it had that.
We're at the end. They went back. They were going to Wakanda, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let me see here. Oh, here it is. They were going to Wakanda. And they thought like, oh, shit, you know what? Cool, we got a cure. And the whole time, Thanos is like, yeah, I got something for your ass.
Save their planet.
Yeah, mother. Shit, what's scarier than Thanos? A zombie Thanos.
Yeah, right.
That's the second time they've done something with Thanos too, and it's
true.
Right.
As far as a variation goes. So, question I have for y'all right here. Do you think that this universe is going to be destroyed? Are they going to come back and revisit this in another episode? Do you think they'll actually reverse this so that we do have a happy ending? Because I would love it if we just left it at this and,
I don't see any reason for them to go back to it.
Yeah.
I think they'll bring in some elements of this episode back in. Maybe they might do a whole multiversal episode at the end. I'm hoping, but no, leave it as it is, man. But his whole point was to make everything like balance and everything. Give him the stone, let him snap everything back to normal, and then let him just rule, whatever the galaxy.
Yeah, he might have changed his mind. Yeah, it's like I just want everything back to normal.
Yeah, this zombie shit.
Yeah,
there you go. And he can only use it once, right, without breaking his arm. So
yeah.
There you go. He could be good. He could have a heel turn.
Or he could go wow, being a zombie is cool. Everybody should be zombies.
Yeah. Maybe instead of snapping half the universe, he'll eat half the universe. I thought that was a good way to end that, man.
It totally was.
That's why I always say this is one of those Twilight Zone episodes because it's one of those endings where it's just kind of like they don't spell it out for you. Well, because that says it right there.
Yeah, I let out an audible damn.
Yeah,
It's like I was like, oh, Wakanda. What's his name? Lost his leg. I felt bad. I was like, they better not kill his ass. I swear to God, if they killed Black Panther, I would have punched my phone. I was like, he already got the good goodbye. I don't want the bad one, right? And then I'm like, okay, they saved the day. And then he comes up smiling. I'm like, hey, dude. I love this. That's what I liked about this show, and I think that this show is. You say that they're not going to go that far with Disney. I think this is a nice little
toe in the water
when it comes to going a little more violent. I think Multiverse of Madness is probably going to be a little more dark than what they've probably done. That's the plan is. And I think they're just trying to get us warmed up a little bit. When Wanda starts shit up in that movie, allegedly, I think we need to be prepared for her to start slicing more people in half and blowing people up.
Yeah.
I hope so anyway, because that movie's supposed to be bad.
I mean, something I liked about this is how it showed how menacing the Vision can be when he wants to be, because he's always such a gentle soul,
right?
But it's like, but what if he decided not to do that?
That is true, man. No, he was very menacing, man. In this, just the way he just emotionlessly looked at everybody.
Yeah,
so I don't give a any of y'all.
He pretty much was.
And we have White Vision running around in the real MCU. So, what the hell are we gonna do with that guy?
At all the shows that they have going on right now, which are all great, the Disney shows that they've been doing. I loved all of them. Maybe if I don't even love them all the way through, I've really loved a lot of what they've done because they've taken chances. But I have to say that What If is the one that's taken the most chances because they can.
Because they can,
yeah. Because everybody can always go back and say, well, it's okay because, that universe that we know already, that's going to be fine. We still got that.
Well, when you don't have to have everything go back to the status quo, it gives you complete freedom.
Yeah. So and I think you made a great point, man, when you said that they're just testing the waters right now because now we got Blade coming up.
Yeah.
And then I'm telling y'all, man, Punisher's coming one day.
Probably.
One day, at some point. They're testing to see how probably violent they can get with things like Moon Knight or something, So
yeah, Moon Knight, Deadpool.
And Deadpool being the main one. So yeah, man. So this is definitely proving that they are willing to push these things, man. And this is on Disney Plus. Now imagine if they decide to I don't know, it's still in the universe. It's still under Marvel. It's still on Disney, but they have another channel where they just want to our platform. They want to put out more edgy and rated R stuff.
Disney XXX.
No, please.
Well, they ain't.
I'm pretty sure there's a website for that already, Martin. But I don't think we need that.
I'll be there, but my pants are down already. I love what they're doing, man, and I absolutely love this episode here. This episode I thought was, and again, being very partial to two things that I love, Marvel and zombies. But I think if they had done a bad job, I would say so. And I think yes, I wish this could have been something where they did have time to flesh out a lot more things. I agree with you 100% on that.
Yeah. Just another 5-7 minutes.
That's
the number one complaint in my group of friends is that it needs 10 more minutes on a lot of them. And then people want it, but they go at that breakneck speed, setting everything up. You get a little bit of meat, and they wrap it up, and that's it.
Yeah.
So,
but better to stay too short than to stay too long.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
something about most of these, just about all these episodes, but especially this one, is like every little thing they did something clever each time. Like just even then, that scene where you see the Avengers come in, their shadows. But if you look closely, you can see some of them looking kind of skeletal.
Yeah, no, that's true. And I like that they, they didn't forget to bring in some of the non-superhero type characters in this, man. I'm looking at some of the other characters that they brought in here, like the dude. Let me see if I can find him. The dude is there he is. The dude is always talking about Baba Yaga. From Ant-Man. They just found an opportunity to connect everything, even with some of their side characters.
They could have brought in T.I. and had him get killed. And he's just like, all right, well, that takes care of that.
And I love Okoye.
But that would be in another universe. He'd be back in
there. Damn it. No, but Okoye running shit, that was my favorite part. Because you know that all the other Avengers don't know what the f doing. But Okoye is like, all right, we got to go find King T'Challa, and we got to stop this shit right now, and you're all following my lead.
Even though at the end she did admit, we shouldn't have split up. Spider-Man was like, I tried to tell you.
Nobody listens to me. Do you not have movies in Wakanda?
Yeah, man. It's could use some improvement, and maybe they will do this with some of the feedback they're getting, but definitely a lot of fun. Definitely a lot of clever stuff. Definitely they mean the potential of what they could do with this more than I thought they would with this what if premise. And I don't think some things are desired, but it's not disappointing. I've liked every episode that I've seen. With an anthology, you're always going to have episodes that you don't like as much as the other, but I don't think there's one flop here.
Right.